2 weeks ago, Natasha gave birth to a healthy baby girl, but she spent her entire pregnancy in fear that her husband Daniel was not the father. You see, before she found out she was pregnant, Natasha was raped in her own home. Her rapist has never been caught, and she fears that he may be the father of her baby. Take a look.
Daniel and I have been together for 4.5 years. We have 2 beautiful little girls, and they love their daddy to death. They couldn't live without him, and neither could I. About a year ago, we had a thing in the bathroom that was supposed to be repaired. They fixed it. It was supposed to come back and paint it. And there's this guy that come knocked on my door. He said he was a painter, so I opened it up. He pushed himself into the apartment, shut the door, and then forced me on the floor and raped me. When he barged in, I did scream for help, but he got violent. My kids were in their bed sleeping. I didn't want to wake them and him potentially harm them, so I stopped screaming. I was afraid that I was going to die. You know, my kids would be without a mom, and my husband wouldn't have me anymore. And then I found out I was pregnant. The thought of this baby being my rapist's baby made me sick. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. I didn't want Daniel to touch me because I didn't feel worthy anymore. And I think the worst thing that hurts me is my husband is a great father. He really is. And he's a good husband. And now I'm afraid if it comes out it's not his, he's going to leave me. I don't think it's Daniel's baby. This almost 2-week-old baby doesn't look nothing like him. I think it's going to be too much for him. Yeah, he wants that baby to be his so bad it kills him. I was raped, and my rapist is still out there. He's never been caught. The cops have no leads, and I want everybody to do what they can to get him. Because I think he should go to jail for what he did. He messed up a good family.
About 9 months ago, Steve, I got a call from my wife that she had been raped. An individual had forced her way into the apartment.
When you get a phone call like that, how are you feeling? How are you reacting?
My world changed that day, you know, because I thought I let her down.
Yeah, well, you wish you could have been there to protect her. Now, a rapist hasn't been caught?
No, sir.
Is there any leads, police say, like they have any suspects?
No, they did DNA investigation, you know, check the area, see if there was any cases like that had happened.
Right.
Nothing, no, still 9 months later, no results.
Right. And then how long after this happened to your wife did you find out that she was pregnant?
About a month.
About a month. Mm-hmm. And I have to ask this question. Were you having sex after the rape? Because I know she said that there was...
Yeah, and just around the same time, so the timeline was just too close.
Right. When you hold the baby, do you have a sense it's yours, or...?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Yeah. And how many children do you have now?
We have 2 other children.
2 other children.
Mm-hmm.
And you believe that this baby is not yours?
No, I don't believe it.
If it turns out it's not your baby, because she said on the tape she thinks it would be too much for you to handle if it's not your baby. Would it be too much for you to handle?
No.
No, it wouldn't be.
The child is not... The child didn't do it.
No. It's a baby. Didn't do anything.
The child is not going to feel, and she is not going to feel like a victim again.
Well, I got to say, I think we're all hoping. I'm hoping certainly that these tests come back and that you are the biological father. We're all hoping for that. Let's meet your wife, Natasha. How you doing? Yeah. it's got to be very tough to even speak in front of a lot of people about this situation that happened to you.
Yeah, but I need the closure.
You all do as a family. But he says, you said it might be too much for him to handle. He's saying no, that if this baby isn't his, he's still going to be there for you and for the kids.
Yeah, the reason I said that was because when the baby was born, he was distant from the baby.
Right. How has your marriage been since the time of the rape?
Truthfully, Steve, we've been fighting.
Yeah, it's got to be hard. He blames himself. I think, by the way, I wanted to tell you, I think you were very fast reacting and did a really smart thing. Not that, you know, people say a lot of things, and nobody can put themselves in your situation. I think by just you thinking about your children's safety, I thought that was kind of heroic. You know. And anything, that kind of trauma is going to put a lot of stress on anybody's marriage, anybody's relationship. How does it feel that the guy that did this, he's not caught, he's still out there probably?
You know, Steve, it scares me. You know, I get up every morning and, you know, is he going to come back? You know, I go to the store and I watch my back. Is he behind me? Right. You know, I'm scared. I can't barely eat. I barely sleep. Yeah.
We took a DNA test before the show. How will you feel if the baby is not your husband's?
Truthfully, Steve, you might as well just grab into me, yank my heart out, step on, throw it on the floor and stomp on it. Right. Because nothing will hurt me worse.
Right. When you hold the baby now, though, what's your feelings towards the baby?
When I had the baby, I cried because she didn't look nothing like him, didn't have any of his features. Right. And, you know, when I do hold her, I love her, but then there's a part of me that says, you know, I don't know if I can love her.
Right. Natasha, you called the show when you were 8 months pregnant. You wanted to come here as soon as possible after the baby was born.
Yes.
Because you wanted to find out as soon as you could. And glad to help. And we're all wishing you the best. Results for Daniel. Came here, took a DNA test. The results are, Daniel, you are the father of Natasha. I got to say, my stomach was twisted waiting for these results, and I don't know if I've ever heard my audience explode louder and, you know, happy for, you know, two guests on my stage than just now. I really hope this helps patch things between the two of you. Now you know that this is your baby. You guys got to find some way to, you know, reconnect and get past this. Don't let somebody tear your family apart. I hope they catch this guy. Whatever we can do to help. And like I said, I'm so glad for these results. I'm glad you came on the show. Good luck to you and your family.
I called you, Steve, for help because I watch your show all the time.
Somebody's going to watch this and say, you know what? She was brave enough to do that. I can do that too.